Hi, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of CommTALK by BBS Film Productions. Today we have a really special guest, Jeff James. I want to say your last name right because it's Italian. I'm not good with that. What is that?
Antolini.
Antolini. I know.
On my dad's side.
Antolini. Very good. And Jeff is a customer of ours. He runs a great podcast right now and he has some really unique stories to tell us about. So, Jeff, welcome.
All right. Thank you so much. And thank you, Cleveland.
Yeah, right. We're all Cleveland here. So I think we originally connected on Facebook, right?
That's right.
You contacted me through like an ad I think we were doing, right?
That's right.
He said, what was it? I think he said something like...
You had something on there about looking for podcast space or run your own or do a podcast, and I hit you up, and I'm in North Olmsted.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's right down the street from me.
Yeah, like a block away.
That's a block away.
Yeah. So that was cool. You come in here like, this is what I want. I want to do this. This was great. So that was cool.
Yeah, we did that, the test episode. We did the promo for it.
I remember that.
Before the show even came out, and that came out great. And then it's just been one thing after another.
Yeah, no, it was really cool, and I'm glad you're here. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what your podcast is about.
Well, my name's Jeff James. I grew up in North Olmsted. I'm a Clevelander. I played in rock bands since, I don't know, in the 2000s, starting off in like alternative rock bands, metal, goth, all kinds of styles.
Sure.
Play guitar since I've been 17. Started singing somewhere around 2001, forced to sing in the band. So then when I stopped playing in bands, I started promoting, doing concerts. I learned all that from Mitch Krasinski out at the Flying Machine.
Okay.
Did that for a long time. And then when I came back to play music, because I took a little bit of a hiatus, when I came back, I got involved with podcasts. I got interviewed on a podcast.
Okay.
And while I was sitting there, I was like, I could totally do this. And I've always loved public speaking, so I started Loud and Local. And we've been rocking and rolling 2.5 years now.
Wow, that's cool. That's
Show's doing really good.
Yeah. Now you guys are going to be changing the name over to the Jeff James Journey, correct?
That's right. It's going to be a rock and roll paranormal show where we get loud and local.
Totally unique.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to talk about the white elephant in the room right now. So your first guest, I believe, was a billionaire. Many times over. It blew us away when you got on the horn with this guy. Mark S. Berry. He is the CEO of AMG Film and Television.
That's right.
So everybody out there is going to want to know, how did you get this guy on there? First of all, maybe you can tell me a little bit more about who he is and the expanse of what he is all about.
All right. Well, Mark Berry, I came to know Mark Berry through AMG. Our band probably sent out hundreds and hundreds of demos, and we got rejected by everyone.
Sure.
Mark Berry wrote us and said, hey, you got some cool songs here and some cool ideas. I'd like to work with you. So long story short, we signed with AMG back in 2012 on Attack, that label, and we released our album. We took a lot of money, and we had Mark Berry fly from Toronto to Cleveland. We recorded at, I believe it was called the Greek Isles in North Royalton, and we did our album in 10 days. He produced it, and Mark's produced 35 gold and platinum albums. Carly Simon, Billy Idol, Duran, Kool and the Gang.
Now, when he did this with you guys, did he have all that under his belt, or was this something that he was just starting out in his business?
Oh, yeah, he had all that under his belt.
Wow.
He's a rock star. He's mega big.
Yeah, and you know what? It just shocks us that it's like he came and sat down and just like, local guy came and worked with you on this. That's fantastic, you know?
Well, I stayed friends with him the whole time, and the times in my career when I needed advice, I would write him, and he'd be upfront and honest. He's a cool guy, down to earth, average, just like me and you.
That is fantastic, dude. Well, he had probably some amazing stuff that you were showing him too, you know, with some hooks, you know?
Yeah.
On the one interview, it was funny listening to him. He said, how I know a hit is by, if I listen to the song and then a week later I got it in my head still, he goes, that's going to be something. I thought that was pretty cool. I've learned a lot just listening because everybody here is a musician. I mean,
Right.
Literally everybody. So it's always been interesting, finding that out.
And everybody listening to the show are musicians.
Yeah.
People in cover bands, original bands, people in the industry, promoters, venues, everybody listening to the show. So everything he has to say is great.
Yeah. And then, it was funny. I looked up his net worth. It was 5.5 billion with a B. I'm like,
Billion.
what? Where'd that guy come from?
I've met a lot of millionaires, but I've never met a billionaire.
That's pretty amazing. So, how do you suggest like an average person would go out and try to meet someone like this?
Well, I think it takes first and foremost a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights. It takes tenacity. It takes strength, the power to fight, to not take no for an answer. And when life hands you lemons, you just keep squeezing.
Yeah.
So I think that's how you meet billionaires, and that's how you get billionaires to take a look at you.
Outstanding. And you know what? It's funny. At BVS, we've done a lot of things with like documentaries with some pretty big people in it, and it surprises me how accessible they really are. The hardest part about all of it is the fear of actually reaching out to them, right?
Right.
I mean, that's, it used to be the 100-pound phone. Well, now it's the, you can't hit the send button, right?
I'll tell you this. I've been working really hard to get in interviews for this coming Jeff James journey. And I've been on LinkedIn a lot, hitting up all the industry people.
Yeah.
And I write them emails. I tell them what the show's about. I tell them how interesting I think they are and how great the interview would be.
Yeah.
And, you just have to reach out, man.
Yeah, that's right. Well, now, and then the other thing is once you get a luminary like him on your side, now you have all his people that you can talk to. I saw some of the people are going to be on your show soon. There's name a couple of them for us. All
right, so Hakeem Bell is the son of one of the members of Kool and the Gang. He was just at the Rock Hall induction ceremony.
Yeah.
And he has a tie-in to Mark Berry because Mark Berry worked with Kool and the Gang back in the day, one of his 35 gold and platinum albums. Hakeem Bell's on the show. We have an actress named Kaitlyn Meadows. She's going to be on guest hosting. Of course, Jim Bellinger will be back, the Paranormal chef. And we've got some of the guys from AMG. We have some of the artists that are on the AMG label. So many great people coming. Authors, celebrity psychics.
Very cool. Well, hey man, we wish you the best on this and look forward to creating some really cool stuff with you and making this work. So how can people find you?
Well, you can find us on YouTube. It's the Jeff James Journey. I believe if you Google Jeff James 465. But we're on Spotify. We're on Buzzsprout, SoundCloud, Facebook. A lot of our friends are on Facebook. YouTube,
right.
We're Instagram, we're everywhere. We're trying to be everywhere. LinkedIn's a new thing that we're doing now is we're going live on LinkedIn, so we can hit all of our industry people.
Nice. Oh, one other thing, you have a radio show, right?
That's right.
So what's that all about?
Outlaw Radio came about. We were looking to do something fun, something DIY, something really basic.
Yeah.
So I ordered the equipment for a podcast, set it all up myself. I'm producing, and I brought Jim Bellinger on, Mr. Moonlight.
Yeah.
And we go live Sunday nights at 7. We play all local music, metal, rock and roll, outlaw country.
Nice.
And sometimes we bring on guests. And it's taken off. It's doing really well. Yeah. It's taken off because all the local musicians watch it, and then they chat us up live, and it's fun. And we talk about whatever.
Yeah. Well, now this part about paranormal with your podcast, I thought that was pretty cool too. That was cool. Something different, paranormal rock and roll.
You'd be surprised how well paranormal and rock and roll go together. Like the Devil at the Crossroads story that all ties into rock and roll.
Yeah.
Frequencies of music and megahertz, and there's a whole side of things spiritually about music. They talk about when near-death experiences, they hear this angelic music. So music ties into everything.
Oh, yeah.
And paranormal, in my belief anyway. And I love scary stuff.
Nice. We got a guy coming on our show in a couple of weeks. He died for like 30 minutes. And out of the blue, he calls us up and says, we're going to do a podcast on that. And so I was like, yeah, it was real interesting listening to his story. So I'll hook you guys up.
All right, that's cool. I'll tell you this really quick story before we go.
Mm-hmm.
I met a guy that is a ex-CIA operative.
Yeah.
Worked in the field. He died 3 times in Afghanistan. He showed me the bullet holes in his chest. It was crazy.
Wow.
When he told me when he died, he hovered above his body and saw his body there, and he said to himself, that's not really the essence of me. That is just a shell. This is really me. And he said all consciousness, he could see 360.
Wow.
All these people have these experiences, and it's very cool. And that guy has some great stories for me. I'm going to share them on the show. Nice.
Very good. Well, you heard it, guys. You got to listen to his show and everything he's doing. Jeff, I really appreciate you being on the show today, and we look forward to seeing you on the next podcast coming up.
Thanks so much. Rock on.
Awesome.